In this video, I'm going to talk about how to solve simultaneous equations. Let me give you an equation. X plus y equals 6. If I ask you to solve this equation, can you solve this equation? No, you can't, right? Because this equation has two unknown terms, two unknowns. We don't know the value of x, even y. Yeah, then how can we solve this? Now, if I give you another equation, let's say x minus y equals 2. Now, in the second equation, we have the same unknown x and y. Now you can find the value for x and value for y. But here you need to use both equations. So remember, solving a pair of simultaneous equations means we find the value of two unknowns by solving two equations at the same time. Now here we are going to use a method called method of elimination. In this method, we remove or eliminate one of the unknowns from each equation. And then we find the value of the remaining unknown. So here we have two unknowns. It's x and y. So according to the method of elimination, we remove one unknown and try to find the value of the other unknown. Now, which unknown do we remove? Is it x or is it y? In this case, you can remove either x or y. But if I give you this pair of simultaneous equations, 2x plus y equals 10, then x minus y equals 2. Now, which unknown do you eliminate? Is it x or y? Now, in this case, you need to select the unknown that can be easily removed. So, which unknown that we can easily remove? Now, remember, for us to easily remove one unknown from both equations, we need to select the unknown that has the same coefficient in both equations, regardless of the sign. Hope you know what coefficient is. Let me recall you. Coefficient is a number multiplied by the variable. Now, for example, if I give you 2x, the coefficient of variable x is 2. So, coefficient of x is 2. Then if I give you just x, what is the coefficient? It's 1. Because x means here 1 times x. Even 2x here is 2 times x. Let me tell you again. In this case, we need to find the unknown that has the same coefficient in both equations. Now, if you consider x in the first equation, coefficient of x is 2. But in the second equation, the coefficient of x is here, it's 1. So, coefficients of x is not equal. It's not the same. What about y? Here in the first equation, the coefficient of y is 1. Even in the second equation, the coefficient of y is 1. Now don't consider the sign. Just check the coefficients. So y has the same coefficient in both equations. Therefore, we are going to eliminate y. Let's eliminate y. Okay, then let's use 3 pairs of simultaneous equations and learn the method of elimination in order to solve these pairs of equations. Now I'm going to do the second pair of simultaneous equations first. So as I told you in the earlier, we are going to eliminate the unknown that has the same coefficient. So in the second one, we are going to eliminate y because the coefficient of y is 1 in both equations. So first of all, we are going to name these two equations as 1 and 2. Now we are going to eliminate y and find the value of x. So for us to eliminate y from both equations, we need to add or subtract these two equations. So do we add or subtract? Let's check what happens if we add these two equations. So I'm going to add equation 1 and 2. Let's see what happens. 2x plus y plus x plus y equals 7 plus 4. 2x plus x is 3x plus y is 2y and 7 plus 4 is 11. Now look here. This equation, were we able to eliminate y? No. Again, we got a similar equation like the equation 1 and 2. We have both unknowns here. So addition is not a solution. That means we should subtract. Okay, let's subtract. Okay, now I'm going to subtract second equation from the first equation. So first equation, the left side of first equation is 2x plus y. So from this, I'm going to deduct x plus y. We need to put brackets. Don't forget the brackets because we need to deduct this whole expression from the previous. Then 7 minus 4. So here we need to remove our brackets. Minus times x is minus x. Minus times plus y is minus y. Equals 7 minus 4 is 3. Now look here, we can cancel this plus y and minus y. And then we get 2x minus x is x. So x equals 3. Here we have found the value of x. So we have found the value of one unknown. Then you can easily find the value of the other unknown. Here it's y. But before that, I would like to tell you one important thing. Now, how do you decide whether you are going to add the two equations or you are going to deduct one equation from the other? Okay, follow this. Now, once you selected the unknown which has the same coefficient, then check their signs. Now, our unknown which has the same coefficient here is y, right? So what are the signs of them? Here it's a plus sign, and in the second one also we have a plus. So same sign. So if the signs of the coefficients are same, we need to subtract one equation from the other. So let me write this. If we see same signs of the coefficients, we need to subtract. And on the other hand, if we see different signs of the coefficients, we need to add the two equations. Now look here. In the third pair of simultaneous equations, can you see that? The unknown which has the same coefficient is y. The coefficient is 1 in both equations. But the signs, they are different. So if you need to eliminate y, remember, you need to add two equations. So remember this point. If we find same signs of the coefficients, we need to subtract. And if we find different signs of the coefficients, we need to add the two equations. So in the third pair of simultaneous equations, we need to add 1 and 2 in order to eliminate y. So let me summarize the steps. So remember, our first step is we need to find the unknown which has the same coefficient. Then we need to consider the signs of the coefficients. If the signs are same, you are going to subtract one equation from the other. If the signs are different, you are going to add the two equations. Now look at the first pair of simultaneous equations. Let me name them. Now here, both unknowns, they have the same coefficient. The coefficient of x is 1 here. Even the coefficient of y is 1 here. So in this case, you can eliminate either x or y. So first of all, I'm going to solve these two equations. So I'm going to eliminate y. Now what are the signs of the coefficients of y? It's plus and minus. This means I need to add the two equations. So I'm going to add 1 and 2. So if I add, what happens? X plus y plus x minus y equals 6 plus 2. Now I can cancel plus y and minus y. Then I get x plus x. It's 2x. 2x equals 6 plus 2, which is 8. Then x is 8 divided by 2. X equals 4. What about y? Now we can find the value of y by substituting the value of x into either equation. So I'm going to substitute into equation 1. So by substituting x equals 4 in equation 1. So what is our equation 1? X plus y equals 6. So when I substitute 4 to x, 4 plus y equals 6. So y equals 6 minus 4, y is 2. So x is 4 and y is 2. If you need, you can check your answer. Now x is 4 and y is 2. So 4 plus 2 is obviously 6. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Therefore, our values are correct. Now let's solve the second pair of simultaneous equations. Here we found earlier the x as 3. Now we need to find the value of y. So again we use substitution. So I'm going to substitute x equals 3 in equation 1. You can substitute into equation 1 or 2. But here I'm going to substitute into 1, equation 1. So what is our equation 1? 2x plus y equals 7. So x is 3 now. 2 times 3 plus y equals 7. 2 times 3 is 6 plus y equals 7. So y is 7 minus 6, y equals 1. Our x is 3 and y is 1. Now again, shall we check our answer? Now, x is 3, therefore 2x is 6. And y is 1, so plus 1. 6 plus 1 is obviously 7. So our answers are correct. Now it's time to solve our last pair of simultaneous equations. Here we need to add two equations because signs are different. So 2x plus y plus x minus y equals 10 plus 2. Plus y and minus y will be cancelled off. Therefore, 2x plus x is 3x and 10 plus 2 is 12. So x equals 12 divided by 3, which is 4. X is 4. Okay, then let's find the value for y by substitution. So again, I'm going to substitute into first equation. Our first equation is 2x plus y equals 10. X is 4 now, therefore 2 times 4 plus y equals 10. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus y equals 10. So y equals 10 minus 8 and y is 2. Shall we check our answer? Now I'm going to substitute into second equation. X is 4 and y is 2 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Yeah, our answers are correct. Okay, let's solve this. Now, what is our first step? We need to find the unknown which has the same coefficients. Is it y or x? Of course, it's y. Because here, the coefficient of y in the first equation is 3. Even in the second equation, the coefficient of y is 3. What is our next step? We need to consider the signs of the same coefficients. Here it's a plus and here is a minus. So different signs of the coefficients. This means we need to add two equations to eliminate y. So I'm going to add 1 and 2. 7x plus 3y plus 2x minus 3y equals 17 plus 1. Now I can cancel plus 3y and minus 3y. Then let's add 7x and 2x. It's 9x equals 17 plus 1 is 18 and x equals 18 divided by 9 and our x is 2. Okay, what about y? Now let's substitute. So to which equation are you going to substitute? You can select any equation. I'm going to use first equation. So by substituting x equals 2 in 1. So what is our first equation? 7x plus 3y equals 17. And our x is 2 now. So 7 times 2 plus 3y equals 17. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 3y equals 17. And 3y equals 17 minus 14. And 17 minus 14 is 3. 3y equals 3. Therefore, y equals 3 divided by 3 and y is 1. Okay, again, shall we check our answer? If x is 2, here it should be 7 times 2, 40. Plus, if y is 1, 3y is 3. So 14 plus 3 is obviously 17. Our answers are correct. Okay, what about these two equations? What is our first step? We need to eliminate one unknown. So what is the unknown that we are going to eliminate? It's the unknown that has the same coefficients in both equations. Now here b has the same coefficient in both equations. And then we need to consider the signs. What are the signs of the coefficients? Both are pluses. That means equal signs, same signs. If we have same signs, can you remember what to do? We need to subtract. So, are we going to subtract second equation from 1 or first equation from the second? Actually, you can use both ways, but it's easy for us to deduct a smaller number from a larger number. Therefore, consider the right sides of the equations. Here in the first equation, we have 16 and in the second equation, we have 26. So it's easy for us to deduct 16 from 26. That means first equation from second equation. We are going to deduct, subtract first equation from the second equation. So let me write it. Subtract the first equation from the second equation. So the left side of the second equation is 4a plus 3b. Now we need to deduct the left side of the first equation. It's 2a plus 3b. Since there is subtraction, we need to put the brackets. And from 26, we need to deduct 16. Right, now in the next step, we need to remove the brackets because when we remove the brackets, the signs will be changed. Minus times 2a is minus 2a, minus times plus 3b is minus 3b, equals 26 minus 16 is 10. Then we can cancel plus 3b and minus 3b. Then 4a minus 2a is 2a equals 10. So a equals 10 divided by 2, which is 5. A equals 5. What about b? So I'm going to substitute a equals 5 in the first equation. By substituting a equals 5 in first equation. Our first equation is 2a plus 3b equals 16. A is 5 now, therefore 2 times 5 plus 3b equals 16. 2 times 5 is 10, 10 plus 3b equals 16. 3b equals 16 minus 10 and 3b equals 16 minus 10 is 6. Therefore, b is 6 divided by 3, which is 2. B is 2. Shall we check our answer? If A is 5, 2A is 10. Plus, if B is 2, 3B is 6. So 10 plus 6 is 16. Our answers are correct. Okay, let's solve these two equations now. Equation 1, equation 2. Now we need to eliminate one unknown. So we are going to select the unknown that has the same coefficient in both equations. It's definitely y. And look at the signs of the coefficients. It's minuses. That means same signs. Do you remember what you do when you get same signs? Yes, we subtract. Now on the right side, I have 19 and 4. So I'm going to deduct the smaller number from the larger number. This means we are going to deduct second equation from the first equation. So first equation's left side is 5x minus 3y. Then deduct. We need to put the brackets. Within the brackets, we need to write the left side of the second equation. 2x minus 3y equals 19 minus 4. Now let's remove the brackets. 5x minus 3y minus times 2x is minus 2x. Minus times minus 3y is plus 3y. Equals 19 minus 4 is 15. Now we can cancel minus 3y and plus 3y. Then 5x minus 2x is 3x equals 15. X equals 15 divided by 3. Therefore, x is 5. Now we need to find the value of y. We have already found the value of x. So by substituting x equals 5 in, I'm going to select second equation now. So what is my second equation? It's 2x minus 3y equals 4. So this is our second equation. 2x minus 3y equals 4. X is 5. So 2 times 5 minus 3y equals 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 3y equals 4. Now I'm going to transpose this 10 to the other side. So this will become 4 minus 10. And here on the left side, we have minus 3y. So minus 3y equals 4 minus 10 is minus 6. So what is y? Y equals minus 6 divided by minus 3, and it will become 2. Y equals 2. Shall we check our answer? Let's substitute to the first equation. X is 5, so 5x is 5 times 5, 25, minus y is 2, therefore 3y is 6. 3 times 2, is it equal to 19? 25 minus 6, obviously it's 90. So our answers are correct. Okay, this is our last pair of simultaneous equations. Let's solve this. Equation number 1 and equation number 2. What is the unknown that you are going to eliminate now? Obviously, the unknown which has the same coefficient. M has the same coefficient. It's 3. But their signs are different. Here it's plus and here it's minus. So when we have different signs, we need to add the two equations. 1 plus 2. First equation, 3m minus 2n. For this, I'm going to add the second equation's left side. Now there is a minus mark over here. Minus 3m plus n. Now it's better to put a bracket here because there is a minus over here. So different signs. So it's better to put a bracket and then remove the brackets. Then on the right side, we need to add 10 plus, again, minus 14. Let's write it within the brackets. Okay, now let's remove the brackets. 3m minus 2n plus times minus 3m is minus 3m. Plus times plus n is plus n. Equals here 10 plus times minus 14 is minus 14. Yes, we can cancel 3m and minus 3m. Then the remainings are minus 2n and plus n. When we simplify these two, we get minus 2n plus n. It's minus n. Equals 10 minus 14 is minus 4. So what is the value of n? Here we have negative n. Now I'm going to get rid of this negative n. So let's divide both sides by minus 1. Minus divided by minus, our answer become plus. And minus 4 divided by minus 1 is, it's 4, positive 4, plus 4. So n is 4. Then I'm going to substitute n equals 4 into first equation. So the first equation is 3m minus 2n equals 10. m we need to find now. So 3m minus 2n is 4. So times 4 equals 10. 3m minus 2 times 4 is minus 8 equals 10. Then 3m equals 10 plus 8. And this will become 18. 3m equals 18. So m equals 18 divided by 3, which is 6. M equals 6. Shall we again check our answer? Now I'm going to substitute m and n to the first equation. If m is 6, 3m is 18 minus, if n is 4, 2n is 2 times 4, which is 8. 18 minus 8 is 10. So our answers are correct. Okay, then I hope you understood how to simply solve simultaneous equations. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.